Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and I welcome all of you back to another Rage video where tonight, ladies and gentlemen, after basically 2 bad days, followed immediately by a very soothing warm bath. You know how long it's been since I've had a bath, ladies and gentlemen? Nearly 18 months. And I loved every second of it. It was therapeutic, it was relaxing, and I almost seem to have got a little bit of my mojo back. So I feel ready, I feel like energetic for this. And the reason being, ladies and gentlemen, is because this is going to be our very first reaction to Cradle of Filth. And curiously enough, I don't know if this is just, it's a coincidence, it's the same name as Iron Maiden's masterpiece, or whether it's just in name only. So, I seriously... Also, I just gotta admit right now, the album for this, Lovecraft and Witch Hearts, it's one of the most beautiful looking album covers I've ever seen in my life. It looks between something out of like Disgraced, or it's like that Souls 2D platformer game, and cross between that and Mortal Kombat. It looks stunning. It's basically, you know, a Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest mixed with Mortal Kombat. But what does it sound like? So, that's what we're going to find out today. Now, again, rules are rules, and whenever we do anyone for the first time, we just get straight into it, because I want to just get into this as ready and as raw as you can get. So, if you guys want to check out the original video for yourselves, links will all be in the description down below. So, let's begin. Hallowed be thy name. In 3, 2, 1, and... Okay, so it is Iron Maiden. So, curiously enough, just from the opening, you get the impression... This is... part of what made Hallowed Be Thy Name so great is that you get the impression Bruce... You could picture Bruce in every single action, as though this was straight out of a movie, or even a musical. This looks like it was pulled out of... like a live-action version of a musical. And they even almost kind of like go with the angle that... the guy they're about to put to death, it was probably for his own good. Which is, I think, I think that's really, really interesting. On my past life, and it doesn't have much time. 'Cause at 5 o'clock, they take me to the gallows. Okay. After all, I'm afraid of dying. After a while, I'm not afraid of dying. That's illusion. Well, I am delighted to report, ladies and gentlemen, that if you thought I had any problems with if I thought I had any problems with insomnia before, they have been these fears, these phobias have been well and truly crushed. And I just gotta straight up say right now, part of me literally almost wants to say that this absolutely is 100% better than the original, because of every single thing that I think Cradle of Filth has up its arsenal. It has terror, it has fear, it has power, it has the workings of something evil running through its veins. You know how you can get these these interesting things as well, ladies and gentlemen, because let me just remind you absolutely of what we just heard. It's more than just a fresh coat of paint on a 41-year-old song. In fact, when did they do this cover? 2002, so 20 years after Number of the Beast came out. But you know what? This is... I actually, in some strange way, I don't think this is, again, like I said, this is just a fresh coat of paint. This is what Hallowed Be Thy Name would have sounded like if they let Evil Eddie sing it. That is exact... This is that they called the Beast, ladies and gentlemen, and they let him get the mic. And we had to play something up to his standard, because let me tell you now, I will absolutely, you know, it's I think it was Bill Kerr. I'm pretty sure it was before Miko before he became drummer for Iron Maiden around this time. But it has to be. In fact, God, I genuinely want to know what even Steve Harris, Bruce, Adrian, and Murray would have thought about this. Or even Blaze Bailey for all he's worth. I want him to know exactly or even Paul Diano, what on earth any of these guys thought about this. Because when you try and do a cover of a legend, ladies and gentlemen, that's a completely different ball game. Because you haven't just got to make it sound as glorious in its spectacle that Iron Maiden does. You kind of also have to make it your own. You can't really be seen to do too many parallels. And even though there are certainly some level of parables or parallels, I should say, what makes this stand out absolutely is that it's way more demonic and it's way harder, and it gives you the impression that they've got the right man. They're putting a demon to death. These would be the sort of guys that could probably do a cover of Ride the Lightning, and you kind of make you think, Jesus, the brutality, because the brutality in the music video for Ride the Lightning's quite out there anyway. But these guys, I think they could go even harder than that. You literally you'd be like, all the veins and that would be exposed. There'd be like no water or lymph in his body, no blood, and he'd just be as cooked as you could possibly get from an electric chair. In fact, actually, speaking of that, I want to check out, did they ever do a cover of Ride the Lightning? No, thank goodness they didn't. Well, I kind of feel a little bit bad now that they didn't. Oh well, that might be something. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Our first experience into Ride the Light and into Cradle of Filth, and God damn it, ladies and gentlemen, I was not expecting this, but I'm really glad we found something rather special indeed. So make sure to let me know if there's anything else you want to check out from Cradle of Filth, because whenever we do like a new group and at any point for this channel, we sort of open the floodgates, if you know what I'm saying. Let the witch hearts and the Lovecraftians come aboard. So anyway, I hope for all of you guys have enjoyed this reaction video to Hallowed Be Thy Name by Cradle of Filth. Please make sure to leave all your thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. Know what you guys felt of Cradle of Filth's cover of Hallowed Be Thy Name for yourselves. And I cannot wait to see all of you guys again in the next video. Take care, and bye-bye for now.